Climate change, since you spoke about that, that's real for India as well. We're used to high temperatures, but this season has been very bad, and I'm sure that's a key point. But I want to turn this conversation to Indian business, and we've seen a lot of transformation in the last 10 years. We've seen financial stress, as elsewhere in the globe, particularly in the Indian context. How are Indian companies changing with the shifts and transformations that are being driven by technology? The big debate in India is the big companies, organized companies growing at while the smaller informal sector is suffering because they are not competitive enough.
Well, if you walk around the promenade in Davos, the thing that struck me was the number of Indian companies that have pop-up stores
Yes.
along the promenade. I don't think in the 7 years that I've been coming, I haven't seen this level of Indian representation here at Davos.
That's a key point to hear from the Deloitte global CEO. Go ahead, please.
The other thing is the number of states. You've got Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu,
Telangana.
Yeah, and of course India House. Yesterday I was walking down the promenade. I smelled samosas in Davos. India House.
Okay.
So I think India is really
you
well.
Your home state of Haryana, if I may ask.
Absolutely, I think Haryana should be here.
Okay. That's a message we'll try and get to Mr. Khattar for
Absolutely,
sure.
Chief Minister ji, idhar aao. What was your question again?
I was talking about how do companies in India see this shift, because you consult with so many of them. How are they changing? Because it's not just the top 50 or 100 Indian companies. The vast amount of Indian employment happens still in the informal sector.
That is true, but I think, look at India, the number of startups that you have, it's second, I believe, to the United States. The number of unicorns, I think, is second to the United States. So I believe that the larger companies certainly are becoming global entities. Many of the Tata companies, as for instance, and some of the startups are making some innovative investments and innovative products. I'm very bullish on India. I've said this multiple times. I believe this is India's century. I think what has happened in the last number of months with Ukraine has certainly made it more difficult, more complex for everybody. But I still believe this is India's century.